last year we had the game Team Phil versus Team James in the last Clear Dream match #1, and this year we wanted to make it more exciting. We had such good reviews from last year, and this year we really had to step up a notch. And being honest, I don't think we could have asked for two better players in the whole world, two better role models, who you could say like are leaders and great influences in football. So we're very thankful to have them here, and yeah, glad they accepted.
So, when you've talked with them, what tips have they given you on how to continue developing the sport for it to be like I was telling Fabio, for one day for football to be as popular as basketball?
Because Dennis is from England, we from Chelsea, of course, where me and Phil learned our education from. We know how the Chelsea way and how it's run in England, but Cannavaro being on Team James, I've spoken to him, and what he said makes so much sense. It's basically you need the government's help. You need the government to really step in and get football into the schools, get it into the education program. That way, people will be influenced by football. There's no point in being run privately as like being seen as like this upper class sport that only the ones who can afford it can play. I think it really starts from the government and getting them behind you.
But are they because they both come from Europe, it's a different situation here. Are they aware of the fact that the government will probably only be able to do so much? Because Fabio himself was suggesting like getting a lot more foundations into play, to like start promoting it at grassroots level for it precisely to not be an elite sport. How can that mixed formula?
Yeah, of course, has to start from the foundation. For example, I think as well it starts from the PFF, the football governing body here. I think a structure needs to be put, a plan, a grassroots system where you're getting young kids playing, and like start. Anything that lacks here as well is its competitions. We need more competitions for the youth level, and then more competitions where they're like teams. I know it costs a lot of money to invest, but even just some teams going abroad and getting experience of playing against other countries, then we know what standard it's like.
Dennis was saying like they were both surprised that they would go anywhere. They would find a basketball court, even a dirt basketball court. What has to happen for, instead of that basketball court, or even right beside it, for there to be a football pitch, maybe even a dirt football pitch with two posts? What has to happen in terms of, as well as financing grassroots level, in terms of promoting the sport at a national level to kids?
Yeah, we always wonder that one. Why there's loads of basketball courts yet futsal's not big here. You would have thought having loads of basketball courts, they would start playing football. And I think something has to do with the American influence as well. Like in terms of being exposed to the sport, like you have a lot of because of the time difference. Like when the NBA's on, like it is in Europe, like all the pubs are full when big football games or rugby games are on. But when NBA games on, it's the time difference. So maybe getting involved with more European sides and getting them to come here and getting them to play the sport here, something similar to that. More local tournaments here. Like I said, I think when football has made big marks here, it's when there's been local tournaments here. For example, Azkals had the Peace Cup last year, and that's when football blew up. When Azkals got to semi-finals in Indonesia, where we were unfortunate not to able to host a game here because we didn't have a suitable facility. And yeah, it makes me sad to, like for example, them to say that they're planning on selling Rizal Stadium, which is our only proper known national stadium here. But yeah, just more local tournaments here. I think it has to be planned right. I think we just need to get the right people involved, get them like structuring. I think, being honest, you need that little bit of foreign influence, like foreign experience from other countries. I think that's the next step. It's not exactly saying that foreigners are going to come over and take over the sport, just come in and giving a helping hand.